Hey, what's up? It's Matt with Enlightened Minds. How's everyone doing today? Hope you're all having a great day. Hey, today I want to talk about death by a thousand cuts. If you haven't been to my channel before, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit that bell, hit that notification. You'll get uploads every time I upload. Got a lot of content I'm gonna be dropping. I talk about everything from mental illness to corruption to basically everything that we need to open our eyes to till today. So please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, hit that share this with people. I greatly appreciate it. It helps me build this channel and reach more people. Now I want to talk about death by a thousand cuts. Um, when they talk about death by a thousand cuts, it's like basically they're doing little things at a time, and they're going to continue doing little things that are going to affect you or harm you in some type of way, whether it's mentally, financially, physically, whatever it may be. But it's death by a thousand cuts. It's the totalitarian tiptoe, and it's been used before in history, and if we don't look at history, history repeats itself. Um, History rhymes. It all comes back, and we need to look at that. We're not saying because it's been so long. It's been this is the fourth turning, so most people have forgot about what has happened in history and how they used this exact thing to destroy. I mean, when Hitler was in power, when he was in power, he all these different things, death by a thousand cuts. Okay, it started with the 14 days, and I mean it started long before that, but this is when they started going after people emotionally, financially, and they wanted to make people unstable, they wanted to make people fearful. Now, every time they do something, every time it's another mandate, every time it's another you gotta wear a mask, every time it's you can't do this, you can't do that. As soon as it's gonna be you can't go go to a store without some type of verification. Now these are all little cuts that add up to one big cut. And once the ones that's open, it's done. It's done. There's no going back unless there's a major revolution that would change the world. And the thing is people don't see it when you get like a tiny cut on your hand or whatever. It's really nothing. It just bothers you for a minute, then it goes away and it heals. And this is different. This is a thousand cuts that don't heal, that continue to perpetuate the evil, that continue to perpetuate the global agenda to take over, to have a one world government, one world currency. And they're going to be doing this, and they've been doing this. And it's like I said, one cut at a time. Because if they just did everything at once, it'd be too much for your mind to comprehend. Your mind would overload you, go into most people would probably go into panic attacks, and they would not know how to deal with it. So we have to understand that this country is strategically, tactically trying to break you down into a break you down where you cannot live a normal, healthy life. They want you to be distressed. They want you to be in fear. They want you to feel like you could get sick anytime and be gone next week. They want you feeling this way. It's they condition you to a point of a state of learned helplessness. And once you're in the state of learned helplessness, it's very hard to get out of, because you have to see what has happened, how the architect, how everything was built, and then you have to break it down and build it back up into something different, into something positive. And now with all these cuts that they're doing, it is affecting the whole planet, every single one on the planet. And it is so important that we understand and realize what they're doing, and we stand up for our beliefs, for what we believe in, before we don't have a chance. Because once it's that thousand cut is made, there's no going back. There's no going back to a normal life, and there never will be. I mean, we're never gonna see normal again. And then it's like define normal, but at the end of the day, what they're doing is they're being a totalitarian dictatorship as acting as a democratic party, and they're telling you what you can and can't do, what you can and can't say, where you can and can't go. All these things. When it gets to a point like this, it's just literally they're trying to have dominance, control. They want power over you. They want to be able to control the way you think, the way you act, and the way you speak. And it's getting to the point where more and more people are falling in line with this agenda, not knowing that it's against them and that it's only going to hurt them and their kids in the next generations in the future. So we need to understand, we need to stand up, we need to look at this and take every little cut that you see and make something big of it and make a point, because every single little cut is something that is adding up to something bigger. So take that for, think about that, spread it, share it, understand what I'm saying. Every little cut, a thousand, you know, thousand cuts to death. It's sad, but it's the reality we're living in, and it's the way it's gonna go. I love you all. Peace out and have a good day.